Hi guys, welcome back to my Brave Exvius video. Now I'm gonna review Citra NVA Vision Awakening. Let's start from her normal form. So I can say that her normal form is nice but kinda lacking. First, she doesn't have maximum true dual wield magic and spirit. She only gets 120% true dual wield. You can easily increase it near to the max by equipping her with Avalanche, Bigs and Wedge, Super Trust Mastery Word or Diverty Trust Mastery Word. However, she doesn't have chain modifier cap boost on this form. So again, you can compensate for this by equipping Savior of Soul Lightning Super Trust Mastery Word. But yeah, that means she is really expensive to gear and need lots of unusual equipment. And again, if you want to use her as an evoker, you also need limit burst damage, evo magic, and damage boost. Okay, so good luck with that. My recommendation for you on this normal form is to make her into normal magical attacker. The first reason is her evoke abilities are non-elemental attack. So it is bad because you cannot take advantage from the imperil. Today it's all about imperil, right? Another reason to use her magic attacks and abilities are because she gets 50 times modifier boost from her passive. It doesn't work on her evoke abilities, but again it works on your magic abilities such as Divine Decision. So with this you can deal 122 times light magic damage per cast. She has quad cast, so 500 times modifier per turn, which is not bad. Okay, you only need to search for bolting strike chaining partner. However, this ability costs lots of MP, so be careful about that. Her Holy Mind is also very nice, but again the problem is unless you have to Citra on your party, you cannot chain it. Sure, it can be chained with double Divine Ruination, but that's for single cast, and for quad cast I believe you need to have duplicate of Citra. Another thing worth mentioning is her Ultima. It deals 220 times per cast, so yeah, she can deal 880 times damage per turn. But again, it is non-elemental attack, and yes, it has its own chaining family, which is Ultima. Maybe in the future we will get more of this Ultima magic, but again, non-elemental, it is the biggest turn off. So yes, I'm not impressed at all. This is same for her limit burst. It is finisher, only one hit, and the damage modifier is nice, 128 times. So it is even higher than our top tier evoker like Terra. But again, it is non-elemental, and remember that she doesn't have chain modifier cap boost. So yes, it is not that great. Another thing to remember about her is to increase her spirit, not her magic, because yes, she uses her spirit as her offensive stats. So she will be tanky, but again, not impressed at all with her normal form. What about Brave Shift form? Let's take a look on it. So her Brave Shift form really fixes almost all of her weaknesses. First, she has plus 200% chain modifier cap when dual wielding. Her magic and spirit boosts are also good, 300% on both stats. But again, this form has another problem. The first problem is this form only lasts for 3 turns, and the cooldown is quite long, 4 turns. The next weakness is she loses the 50 times damage modifier boost for her magic attacks. But this won't be that much problem because the reason is you want to use her limit burst on this form, so not her magic attack. So I'm okay with that. The reason is she has 200% limit burst damage boost from her passive and another 200% limit burst damage buff from her Grandest ability. So yeah, she has 400% limit burst damage boost minimum on the battle, which is nice. But again, there is another problem. Her limit burst deal 80 times like evoke damage, which is the same as top tier evoker like Terra, but the problem is it is non-finisher move. It has 24 hits attack, so good luck when you want to use this as a finisher. The last hit deals about 60% of the damage, so yes, it still deal nice light damage, but the optimum solution I think is to bring a copy double Citra, so they can chain perfectly at the same time. The limit burst also grants you 100% limit burst damage buff, which is useful because your 200% limit burst damage buff, which come from Grandis ability, you only have one charge of it. The setup is also pretty simple. Go into Brave Ship form, use your Grandis, and then Imperial enemy light resist. After that, spam your limit burst. It is not that hard because you only need 27 crystals. So I can say the only limitation is your duration on the Brave Ship form. So now let's compare her with other evoker. If I remember correctly, she is the first NVA evoker, which is kind of similar to Terra. Sure, we already have evoker NVA before, but it's kind of like they rely on bolting strike, not limit burst. So I can say this time it's kind of the same like Terra, Ferris, or other real Neo Vision evoker. So compared to them, I can say that the biggest difference is the hit counts. 24 hits limit burst will become quite troublesome if you want to use her as a finisher. It is the same problem for Diverty. NVA Citra Evo magic and damage are also lower than Terra, but again, this is not a huge problem because she compensates it with higher limit burst damage boost. Because yeah, Terra only get like 75%, but this Citra get like 200%, so yeah, it kind of balance their Evo magic with limit burst damage passive. Okay, so I can say the conclusion is NVA Citra is really good evoker. The only bottlenecks are her lower base stats because of being NVA unit and multi-hit Brave Ship limit burst. I have said that one of her weakness is she has time limit on her Brave Ship form, but again, if you compare her to Terra, Ferris, they also have limited time on their Brave Ship form. So maybe it is not such a big deal. So in the end, my conclusion for NVA Citra, she is great NVA evoker and very simple to use. Like I said, she only has two major weaknesses: low base stats because she is NVA and multi-hit attack from her Brave Ship limit burst. Other than that, I can say she is great, okay? On Brave Ship form, she can absorb light element. So yeah, that's another huge plus I can say. And even when she cannot absorb the light element, she is very tanky because she uses her spirit as her main stats. So yes, she will be very hard to kill even when the enemy has attack that bypass your AoE magic cover tank, okay? Very nice. Maybe she gonna be useful on some trial on the future. And she can also help you with healing and removing debuff from one ally when it is really needed. But maybe it's the best you don't use it because the debuff removal is available on her Brave Ship form and it's only limited to 3 turns, right? So better use her as offensive on Brave Ship form. But on normal form, she can deal nice damage. If you have bolting strike chainer, she can help you heal your party, and yeah, pretty nice I can say. For Trust Mastery Word, I can say it's quite nice if you don't fight enemy who uses dark elemental attack. But yeah, this is just okay Trust Mastery Word. For STMR, I can say it's niche. It's good staff, okay? But there are better staff out there for your healer or support characters. And this staff is probably only useful to herself. Why? Because, yes, like I said, other healers or other spirit-based attackers probably won't need that Evo magic plus 30%. So yes, that's all I can say about NVA Citra. If you ask for the score, I can give her maybe 7.5 out of 10. So yep, I think that's all you need to know about NVA Citra. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy for FX videos guys. Bye bye guys!